I'm Matt Smith of Mage Media, and welcome to Mage Movies. Today, we're reviewing a monkey of a movie. That's right, Kong. No, not King Kong from 1933, and no, definitely not King Kong from 2005. We're reviewing Kong Skull Island. Let's take a look. Our movie begins in the South Pacific in 1944, and an airplane pilot just crashes right in there, and another pilot crashes by. One's American, one's Japanese. They both start running after each other, and by running after each other, I mean the American guy runs in one direction, the other guy just chases after him. They get into a fight, and it involves swords, which is interesting. And in the middle of all this fight, a big old giant ape hand comes up. You can guess who that is, and no, it's not Andy Serkis. It's Kong. It's the Kong of our movie, and yeah, wow. So obviously this island is Skull Island. So in our opening credits, we get a montage that goes from 1944 up until 1973, where we meet Bill, played by John Goodman, and Houston, played by Corey Hawkins. They're going to the senator that kind of reminds me of George Carlin. They want funding to go to this island, Skull Island. And they get the funding. So now, who are they going to get? Well, first they got to go to Vietnam to meet Lieutenant Corporal Preston, played by Samuel L. Jackson. So Preston is leading an army, and of course, Bill wants both Preston and the army that he's running, and he wants to take them to the island. And if you think they're done, no, they need somebody to help them find the way. There's only one man to trust, James, played by Tom Hiddleston. And of course, there's only one more person left, because you need to have photos of Skull Island, proof. So they get this nice photographer. This really nice photographer named Mason, played by Brie Larson. Now the whole crew's assembled, plus some extras we never got to meet until the point they're going to be, going. So everybody's on a ship, and they're told about the plan. They're told that they're going to be putting seismic charges into the island. Now, why are they doing that? Figure out what the landmass is like. Now, that's a good idea. Let's use explosives to do that. I mean, that has to be the only reason we have those. Yes. The thing about Skull Island is that it's surrounded by a natural storm. So you can't go in by boat. You gotta go in by helicopter. Oh, yeah. So, they go in by helicopter. Preston goes in with them. So here's how it goes. It's Preston, James, Mason, Bill, Houston, and the, Preston's army. They're all going into Skull Island. After a very intense sequence through the storm that includes a Richard Nixon bobblehead, because I really want to see Richard Nixon in this movie. Yeah, I love him. Richard Nixon's the best president ever. Yeah. After they get through the storm, everything seems fine. They start playing Paranoid by Black Sabbath. That's a good choice, really, when you think about it. They start throwing down the seismic charges, and they start doing their thing. Then eventually, a big old ape is there! Just a big giant ape is there! And it smashes all the helicopters. Luckily, there are survivors. In fact, pretty much everyone I mentioned, aside from maybe some of Preston's army, live. In fact, no, some of his army do die. But some of them live. And they're the ones you probably would care about. Despite the fact I don't know the names. So, pretty much the main cast is alive. Especially Kong. The question is, how many of them live? How many of them die? Do any of them die? And does Kong live in the end? Well, now that we got through plot, and it was reasonably quick this time, how about we talk about character? So our first character we're going to talk about, obviously, is Bill, played by John Goodman. He's a very determined man. He wants to get the job done. He doesn't care how he does it. He's kind of like Carl Denham in the older Kong movies. The only difference is he's not a filmmaker, and he doesn't have to hide the fact it's Skull Island, and that's a point I'll bring up some other time. So that's really about it for good old Bill. As for Houston, he's interesting. I say he's alright. Mason is a very likable person. She also believes in anti-war. As for James, I mean, he's certainly a very strong-willed man. He knows how to lead a team. He knows his way around the jungle. As for Samuel L. Jackson, I mean, honestly, I think he was really good in this movie. Now, there is one surprise I want to tell you about. There is one part of the movie, it comes later in the film than what we talked about in the plot summary, but this is my favorite thing. John C. Reilly is in this movie, and, oh my god, he's the best part of the whole movie. He brings a personality to the movie. He brings an energy. And I mean that in the best way possible. He is the best. He makes the movie 100 times better just when he appears. And I really liked him anyway. And honestly, I've liked him since around, Walk Hard. Oh, Kong. Kong is actually a very interesting design. He's more... The big thing about Kong in this one is he's more human-looking in terms of how he walks. So not like in the 2005 one where he walks more like an actual... You know, he walks... Kong in this movie walks like a man. He walks like this. And that's it, basically. Well, that and also, he has some emotional depth to him a little. And a backstory. He has a little bit of a backstory. Which is kind of nice. It's nice to give him a little bit of story, a little bit of detail. That's good. Now, who is John C. Reilly? I bet you're wondering. Well, you're gonna have to figure that out. You're gonna have to see the movie in order to find out. Okay, now we're gonna go on to the pros and cons, because I love my pros and cons. Okay, so let's begin with the pros. And the pros, really, are the action. The action's amazing, and it seems like that's the thing with the movies I've seen. John Wick 2, amazing action. Logan, amazing action. This movie, amazing action. The acting, also amazing. Yeah, so that's like 3 movies in a row now. And, visual effects, though, that's 2 movies in a row, because Logan had great effects, and this movie did too. And you know what? The best performances for me were Samuel L. Jackson and John C. Reilly. Now, there's one more thing. The look of this movie, it's beautiful. I mean, the colors pop. This is not a dull-looking movie. However, sadly, there is one con. Sadly. For me. It's a minor one. It's still there. The ecosystem is not very clear. The reason I say that is because, yes, we have Kong. We have these villains that are lizard-like creatures. We have water buffaloes. We supposedly have giant ants we never see. And yet we also have deer. Like, not even like mystical deer with 3 heads. Regular deer. You know, like the kind you can find on the road. So yeah, it's not very clear why some creatures are weird and others are normal. Yeah, we also have like a giant mosquito. Like, we also have little bugs and stuff. It just... And, yeah. So, does that ruin the movie? Well, I'll tell you my final thoughts. So here are my final thoughts. Like I said earlier, does this ruin the movie? No, it does not. Kong Skull Island is a great action movie. I recommend you see it any way you can. Whether you see it in theaters or you buy it on Blu-ray, you gotta see Kong Skull Island. You're not gonna regret it. You're gonna have a fabulous time. You're gonna have a monkey every time. Ha ha ha! Original jokes are good. This has been Matt Smith of Mage Media. And don't forget, next review, stay on the roads. Oops!